Hey everybody, welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. Welcome back. Welcome back. I have a project share for you today. So we've got two new journals that are available in my Etsy shop right now. If you are into Halloween journaling or junk journaling, then these could be for you. So we've got two different themes, very different. The one over, but they are both the same type of journal. So they are the accordion style journal. They do not have a spine. They have two covers. So it's really kind of fun. I really have been enjoying journaling in mine that I've been making for myself. And yeah, so anyway, why don't I go ahead and get started with this one first, and we can go to the other one later. So this one, I had in mind, maybe if you are having a Halloween wedding, and you were looking for a guest book or some kind of journal for folks to journal to you, or write some things to you as a couple, this might be good for that. If you don't want to use it for that, you definitely would not need to. I think it's a really gorgeous Halloween journal that's just kind of a softer color palette. And lighter colors, not black and orange. This is going to be grays. Well, there's black, grays, and some pinks. This is using a line from Michael. Well, they're both from Michael's, from previous years. This one's from last year. So anyway, I thought if you were using this one as a wedding guest book, you could put the couple's name up here or even down there, the date, whatever, the title of your journal. I thought this could be the front cover, but again, like I said, if you didn't want it to be the front cover, you could make this the front cover. And so this one just says a little bit wicked, and then the strange and unusual are always welcome here. So really fun for Halloween, of course. So got your skeleton couple there, and this says, welcome mortals till death do us part. All right, so, and then, yeah, so I used the paper pack from the Michaels set. It was like a thin, just this size. And then I picked up the ephemera kit, the ephemera set, and then the sticker kit that matches all of it. And then to pair with it, this is not Halloween, but I think it works really well. It's just a different paper pad, and I can't even remember. It might be a Craftsmith from Michaels, or it might be a DCWV from a long time ago. I don't remember, but it's all kind of this gray white tone, and really works well for backgrounds. So there is that. Oh, and then there's a little bit of washi in here as well from that same collection. So as you'll see, all the pages are going to kind of be patchwork together like this. These are great ways to use up paper scraps if you're wanting to make a journal like this. These are from past years that I've done for Halloween journals in the past that I've just had left over. So instead of using tea, I used black acrylic paint, watered down a lot, and then basically used that as my tea dye solution. And then this is similar, only using a dye ink in kind of a pink color. So you'll see different types of pages. We've got book page, other kinds of papers that have been dyed with the black, and then the pink. So yeah, just some of these are pockets. This one doesn't happen to be, but again, I thought if you were using this as a guest book, great room for writing. Little sentiments here. You could write a little sentiment there if somebody wanted to take that spot. Or if you wanted to use this just as a regular Halloween junk journal, you could also do that. Put your photos, do a little sentiment for what you were doing, and all those good things. So there's that page. We've got a pocket here with some extra journaling space from the extra bits and pieces. This does have some foiling. It's not foiling, it's just a glossy finish on the skeleton faces. And so here's that pocket there. And then this says down here, pick your poison. You've got a sticker there. This is some packaging paper that I took gesso and smeared on with a credit card, or hotel card really is what I used. And then on top of that, I did do some tea dyeing, so that's what this is. So that's how that happened. And then up here we've got a sticker. It says White Raven Inn. You'll kind of see that kind of throughout the journal as well. So we're going to have skeletons, moths, ravens, and snakes in this one. So from the ephemera kit there, I've got a pocket or a tuck spot with another journaling spot, and that just tucks right back in there. This says fresh herbs, potent poisons. So this could be a grimoire, I suppose. It's not like chunky like that, but if that's more your thing, or like the nature side of things of Halloween, you could use it for that. Here we've got a chandelier up at the top, and we've got a double pocket with just some decoration down here. So tucked into that pocket we've got this one, and then tucked into this pocket we've got a spider one, so spider with his spider webs. Some washi along the edge here, some washi along just to decorate there. Not every page is going to lay 100% flat, and that is because of the type of journal this is. So as you can see, it's a it's a this accordion style journal. So you could, if you didn't want to use this as like a memory book, like autograph or people guest book, that's the word that I'm looking for, where it's like more traditional book style, you could definitely do your own junk journaling and kind of do like a longer page spread for whatever it is that you want to journal about. So that is the beauty of these types of journals. And the other beauty is, since you don't have a spine, if you add bulk, it just gets bulkier this way, and it doesn't do the gator mouth thing, which is kind of fun. So, but not every page is going to always lay 100% flat. And, you know, you can kind of work around that. But here we've just got a skeleton with a moth and floral. It says, "You are magic," and then another flower there, a little sticker. Another raven here. It says, "Love you to death." Yeah, I love these. I just think they're so cool. Oh, and wolves as well. So there's a wolf or two in here. And it says Mystic Muse, a little moon sticker there. And then you got the phases of the moon as a belly band with some more writing space here. Tuck that back in. And a pocket here. It says, "Some people are just magic." And we've got, again, some bits and pieces left over that could be really great as journaling cards, or you could even use them as more decoration. Here is another sticker. It's got some snakes and moths on it. Again, I thought you could put a date, or I don't know, could stamp something there. Another sticker maybe. A tuck spot here with this large, this is the journaling paper pad. They called it a paper pad, but this is the paper pad that came with the kit. So another cobweb style. And then you can write on top of this with like a black pen, and you could easily see that, or, you know, red or whatever color pen, dark purple maybe if you wanted to stick with the colors. Here we've got a snake on this little pot, on this big pocket, and two journaling cards tucked into that one. And then over here another little tuck spot says "Make a Little Magic," and those two are tucked in there. So a pile of books, a stack of books, and it says "Eternal Love." And then up here we've got some cobweb and a spider. And then over here we've got a pocket with this piece of paper tucked inside. I think I put it in like this because it was easier to pull in and out, but you could of course, on any of these, you can move the papers around. It doesn't really matter where they go. But here we've got a nice label type piece of ephemera that I turned into a pocket, and then that is a raven there. And then you've got some dyed paper, and then another piece of the paper pad to write on or add photos to, or whatever you want to do. Here's a big raven that I turned into another tuck spot with some dyed paper tucked in there, and a pocket over here with another journaling card. I just did a little collage of some stickers there with, they all have silver foil on them, which is also kind of different for this time of year. Usually you got the golds and the coppers, but some crystals with flowers here, and a nice big page for whatever you might want to do. I don't know. As a wedding guest book, I keep imagining like maybe the couple has some photos throughout, and then there's room for people to write. Could be all kinds of different fun things. So did a belly band there, and then kind of hidden behind that is this sticker that you could write on, and then tucked into that is this journaling card here. And then down here we've got some washi with another sticker of a floral and a spider. So that is the end of the first half. Then you, sorry, my cats have been chasing each other all morning, and it's just been, it's been a problem for me, really. So yeah, you just keep going, really. You got a whole nother half of the book, journal, to go. So got another spider web up here. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm still in frame. This is not a pocket. This is just part of the page, but lots of writing space there. And then on this page, yeah, and another thing that you'll notice, you may need to prop this side up with like a book or another journal or something, but this does, it is part of the process, I guess, of using this type of a journal. It doesn't lay flat because this side is so much thicker than this side at the moment. Another big belly band with this page tucked in. And as you can see, I've used packing paper throughout as well. And then another little washi collage with a sticker on it. It's got a flower, some moths, and then another really pretty chandelier there. I thought this looked like kind of maybe floral wallpaper behind the cobweb encrusted chandelier. I'm looking at mine thinking, oh, do I have some cobwebs up there? I might need to clean mine. Wishing you a haunted night here, and then a snake over here, and then yeah, none of this is a pocket, but you've got the snake skin holographic paper here, which is really cool. This could be really fun backdrop for some photos or something. And then this says Creep It Real with some washi with spiders. No, this is actually a sticker. It's just, it looks like it's made to look like a washi. Again, no pockets here, but lots of writing space. Here we've got a really pretty moth and kind of like a blue lacy background to it. Here, let me pull this up so you can see it better. So pretty. And then tucked into that, we've got yet again some more of this really nice journaling cards. That's just thick. This thick scrapbook paper. Another page with a pocket says Wishing You a Haunted Night with another snake there, and then the skeleton heads tucked into that. And then over here I've turned this into a pocket and just added some washi on the top and bottom. And you obviously could write on this, and then tucked into that is some more of that dyed paper in the pink color. A raven here, and then this is glued down, so it says White Raven Inn, established 1801. Thought that could be a fun page to do something interesting with. Here we've got a tip-in journaling card of a spider again, and that just tips up, and then you can write on that, and then obviously on the rest of the spread here. Another little tuck spot there with a darker gray spider web, and then this one. And then on the opposite page, this is the only one that appears in this journal. There were two, and I saved one for another time, but this is now a pocket because I just thought it was so cool. And then tucked into that, you have another piece of journaling paper, really pretty. Get in there. It doesn't want to go straight. It's a flower sticker here, another moth up there. Another tuck spot, which I guess I didn't put anything in, but you could tuck some paper into that. And then over here we've got another skeleton in a frame. Over here we've got a moth kind of in another frame type situation, and two different colors of this is black dyed paper, and then this is the packing paper with the white. But I just love the color combination, and it's fun when you're making these. You just don't really know quite how it's going to end up at the end. I mean, when I was asking my boyfriend for input on what to put in here, he's like, I don't know if that's going to work. And I'm like, let's just see. Let's just trust me, and I think it'll work out okay. And yeah, in the end, it always kind of just happens to work out. So it's kind of fun. Another belly band here, and tucked into that is this journaling card for a larger note maybe. And the last page, we've got just some more ephemera glued down with the entire back page being a pocket. This whole thing here is a pocket, and then tucked into that I've got two more journaling cards for some more writing or photos. And then down here at the bottom we've got some washi, and it says "Till Death" with a skeleton. So back to the front cover, or your back cover, I don't know. And then to finish it off, I just took some sari silk, and we're just gonna wrap this around, and I gave you a little bit extra in case it does grow, and that way you'll have more room to make your bow with, to close it up with. So that is the first journal. Let me, and I forgot to do this, let me measure so you can kind of see, but I'll have all of these in the description on the Etsy shop if you're curious. But it is 6.5 inches wide by 7 3/4 inches tall, and right now it is, let's say, almost an inch wide if we had a spine. So that is the first one. Second journal is spookier and more traditionally Halloween, I would say, colors. Again, using some sari silk to wrap it, and this one is black to kind of match better. We have, again, I used a kit, or not a kit, a collection from Michaels from a previous year, and there's probably going to be some Tim Holtz in there and just some other, yeah, this is Tim Holtz paper. But again, with the same kind of idea. I don't think there's a clear front or back on this one. I think either one could be your front. It says, "I'd turn back if I were you." I did use some old, I had printed some ephemera off in Halloween years past, and so used up some of that, some copper glitter washi throughout. So we'll kind of go through it, but this one's it's got snake venom, fast acting snake venom. It says "dead" inside. We've got a lady that's witchy looking there, some spiders, and some floral. So you kind of get the idea. All right, so first page, we've got this big spider web with silver foiling on it. And then over here, I've turned this into a tuck spot with some more of that black dyed paper. And skeleton over here says, "Just a pile of toil, fine, and trouble." Just a pile of toil and trouble. That's different from what I'm used to hearing for that. Here is some black paper. These were paper strips that I just glued together and turned into a bigger piece of black paper. Some scrapbook paper from that collection from Michael's. And yeah, some more dyed packing paper there and dyed white paper. It says Wicked with another witch there. Let me pull that up so you can see. And yep, some more piecing of different types of papers. Witch's Brew, genuine quality. And we've got 2 more witches there and some more of the spider webs. This is a pocket, but I didn't tuck anything in there. Boil and bubble, toil and trouble, it says. And then this says Witch's Apothecary. And again, some more of the strips of black that I turned into a larger piece. So there is texture. It's hard for you guys to see that, but there is some texture there. I think that would be fun to write with gel pen on, or like a gold foil maybe. A gold ink pen. This one is just strips and scraps of paper that turned into this fun page here. Yeah, we got a little bit of a problem there, so there we go. Black cat whiskers. I believe this is, yeah, glued down. This is just decoration on this page. Witch's tea, sold here. It's 25 cents per pound. Wow, that's a good deal. Some more paper tucked into that for some more writing space. Some witches there. This is a belly band, so you could tuck something behind that. I didn't fully decorate this one. I thought if you wanted to use this as your Halloween or October daily even, you would want to add your own things throughout the month, but this is kind of just to get you started. So there will be tuck spots that are open for you to add to. This is a really cool page. It's from the paper pad that I got from that collection. This is another piece of ephemera that I had printed, and it's just a bunch of witches. And then that is the end of the first half, and then we're in the second half now. Here, is that? Yeah, it is. It's just thicker than I expected it to be. Here is a fun collaged page of some scraps of papers and a little pocket there with some paper tucked in. And another pocket here with some more of that ephemera. Hi, Oliver. How are you? You want to be in the video? Okay. Can you go this way? You can sit over here. All right. Thank you. You sit down? All right. We've got a witch and some brooms here. I know. Aren't you a good boy? Yeah. Tucked into this spot. Sorry, he's being needy today. So this page, we've got spider legs. That is glued down. Here we've got a nice little kind of tuck spot with, it says beware, with some statue heads. And then this little page tucked in here. Sorry, I'm trying to get him out of the shot here. That one is tea dyed, it's not black dyed. Hey, can you get down, please? Come in. Get down. Thank you. All right, back to this. We are Oliver free. So this page is just a bunch of spiders, and the other side is floral spider webs, and yeah, another collaged page over here. We've got some skeletons of animals and peoples, and this says Deadly Nightshade, and you've got another pocket with this tucked inside. It is a little bit delicate there. This is packing paper. There, the back side of that strips of black paper that kind of turned into that. The rest of this page, that's what I was trying to say there. We've got a little witch down there just decorating this page. This says Halloween starts now. We've got Beware, Pick Your Poison, Wicked, Welcome Mortals, Spooky, Happy Halloween, I'd Turn Back If I Were You, Pick Your Poison. Yeah, I think I said them all. Another Grim Reaper on this page with some glitter paper there. And then this is a tuck spot. This is a raven. You could tuck something behind that if you wanted to. And then this is not a pocket. It's just decoration on that side. But all the cool witches, so cool. I really like this spread. I think it's pretty cool. Again, some more of that black paper. You can kind of see better the ripping of that. And then some more decoration on this page that is actually a pocket, and tucked into that we've got a skeleton of something, some kind of animal with teeth, a lot of teeth. And so then that is the end of that journal. So again, yes, easy to expand this, and I gave you plenty of sari silk to do that with if you have the need for it. Just wrap it around twice and tie a bow, and you're good to go. If you don't like the bow there, you could easily tie it there or there. But yeah, both of these journals are ready for sale and available in my Etsy shop. I will have a link to my Etsy shop down in the description box below, or you can go to Etsy and search Plum Figgy and you'll find me there. So I hope you enjoyed coming along with me as we walk through these, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye guys.